The experience of being in the chair at Second Story specifically, I think, is unlike anywhere else.
What seems very simple to an audience member walking in is actually months of work that go into crafting this performance.
The stories are all true, and some of these folks are professional actors, and some of these folks are like working full-time in a nonprofit. But there's a system in place that can help everyone say, I've had this experience, and transform it into a performance-ready piece.
We take so much care with our storytellers and help them be in a space where they feel comfortable enough to explore parts of their story.
The curators have all been so extremely kind and caring, yet insistent on taking you to the place that that story needs to go and constantly asking, why? Why do you want to tell this story? Why should we care?
You're really gonna dig deep and be honest and be true, and that's such a gift to the audience to sit there and watch someone be that authentic to themselves.
It's a very supported system, and it also supports people in telling really tough stories, or telling tough stories in a way that makes them approachable and palatable to people who haven't lived them.
Folks can bring a story that maybe they haven't told, and there are a few places that say, we're gonna sit with you and take the time with you to help you find what you need to tell this story in a way that can be heard.
There's a genuine concern here for your well-being as a human, as an artist. Everything I've learned about holding a room and taking care of a group of artists, I've learned at Second Story.
Once the stories are ready on the page, we work with a director and a sound designer like you would in a theater process to really work on the performance of the stories. We really believe that well-crafted stories have more impact.
Second Story creates a space where people can feel the vulnerability of a storyteller and feel that it's okay to express their own vulnerability.
A lot of our programs are community partnerships. I recently did a residency at Roosevelt High School. As part of that process, I shared one of my own stories, which is about coming out to my folks as both queer and not a doctor, which is like bad Asian daughter, lots and lots of things. At the end of the class, a young woman who hadn't spoken at all the whole time, very quiet, came up and asked if she could give me a hug. Hearing my story made her feel seen and made her feel brave, and it's that type of work that really shows what storytelling can do for people.
We are in a place where we understand what we do, we know how to do it really, really well, we know how to train people to do it, and we know how to create spaces where we can invite people into having really difficult conversations via these really well-crafted stories. The idea of us taking these skills that we have and deploying them in service feels like the thing to do right now.
Everyone should be at the table. Everyone should be able to tell their stories, because life is richer when we have something like narrative plenitude, when no one story has to stand in for an entire community or an entire group. We here really believe that everyone has a story to tell, regardless of how small they might believe their own story to be.